Hello lads and ladies. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and there's reasons, personal life, work, all that, yada yada yada. No excuses. But in today's video, I am going to make something. A prop, if you will. Now, let's get down to it. First things first, what you're gonna need: Nerf gun. Sign the paper. We got Rust-Oleum Universal Primer, Rust-Oleum Flat Black, Rust-Oleum Hammered Silver, and this nifty little guy I picked up is, you put the spray paint can in there. That way you don't get all the mess all over your hands. And for a good measure, just in case, you got some gloves, because why not? It's hard to get paint off your hands. Alright, so let's get to it, guys. Commentary time. Alright, so here are the disassembled parts of the Nerf gun that I am going to be painting. Just the parts I'm going to paint. The internals I left out. I don't really want... You don't have to paint those. Now here, see all these letters right here? We're going to sand those off, because we don't want... Oh, almost lost it. Like the warnings, all that stuff. Anything that says Nerf, Disruptor. That I'm not really worried that much about. I'm going to wrap the handle in some leather. Oh, what do we got coming up in here? Oh, yeah. That's 40 grit sandpaper. That's super coarse. That's what you're going to want to start off with. I sped up the video, obviously, because nobody wants to watch like half an hour of me sanding. So just, boom, get to it. Get in there. Moving on to the gun. Again, sand off anything you don't want seen. If you have a Dremel, I would recommend using that, because it was hard getting that into those little tiny tight spaces, and I'm sure that a Dremel would be much easier with that. I couldn't find mine, and I don't want to look for it. Probably in a box somewhere. Yeah, that disruptor stuff right there, I didn't realize was engraved. See me trying to figure that. Yeah, it was engraved. That wasn't coming out, so I was just like, screw it. Now this, I'm using 80 grit. I went up. You're gonna want to use this. Just go over the whole gun, just so the primer has something to bite into. Like every nook and cranny, anywhere you can get it. I probably should have used a finer grit, but you know, you learn from your mistakes, right? So yeah, just go over the whole gun. That barrel was actually pretty hard to sand. It was hard to get a grip on it. But it worked out. Dunzo. Cardboard. Piece of barrel, trigger. Some more barrel, slide. And gloves. Don't forget the gloves. Because here comes the fun part. Painting. Yep, primer. I think I'm just shaking it up right now. That thing, awesome. Great investment. If you don't have one, get one. Saves your finger, man. So now you're just going to start laying down light coats. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want any dripping. So you just do light coats because you can always go back and put more coats on top of it. It's not a problem unless you're impatient. I had all day, so whatever. And this is a good thing about the gloves. You don't have to worry about the paint. You can just hold whatever you want. Boom. Yeah, it was hard using white primer paint on that because I couldn't tell if I was actually where I had sprayed it, but yeah, go with your gut. I trust you guys. I trust in your abilities as spray painters. There we go. Moving around. Thinking I need a different system for spray painting now and then. Something easier besides cardboard. Can't get in and out to like the sides and everything. And that's where I realized that the blowback from the paint was getting on my watch. Yeah. Gloves are good. Longer gloves would have been better, but now you do what you can. So that's me. I'm just making sure I get primer pretty much on everywhere that's going to be visible once the gun is completely assembled. Kind of weird doing this commentary thing. I kind of feel like a radio DJ, you know, because I'm talking, but I'm not being seen. Welcome back to 95.5, your hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. Coming up next, we have one of my favorites, Tears for Fears, Mad World. Wah, wah, wah. That's my radio DJ impression. And Flat Black. Rust-Oleum, shaking it up like a salt shaker. And that's what I do. And just the same thing as the primer, you just want to do light coats. You definitely don't want the drippage on this because this is going to be, for the main gun, this is going to be the coat. Like, this is what's going to be visible. Like, I'm not painting anymore over this. So make sure you just do nice, even coats. Start spraying off of target and then move across what you want to paint, and then, you know, you guys know how to spray paint. We spray painted before. Now these parts I'm painting black. I'm going to paint them the hammered metal later on, but I heard that if you paint it black first, that it really helps show the silver and the metal paint and everything like that, opposed to just leaving it like the white, because I've done that before and didn't quite come out as well as I had hoped, but this one did. Definitely paint it black first. And the hammered metal, shaking it up again, and same thing, nice even coats. This is the first time I've used the hammered metal. I don't know, I think I'm just going to use regular metallic spray paint next time, because I didn't really see a difference with the hammered metal. It didn't look like it was hammered metal, so. Yeah. Just doing my coats. Alright, so here we are. This is Tester's Create FX. It's a black acrylic wash. What you're going to do with this is age the silver part. So you get yourself a brush and you just douse it. Douse it. Let it sit for like 10-15 seconds, and then you're just going to wipe it away. I actually picked this up from another YouTuber named CosplayChris. He does all these, man. He does like Nerf mods. He does like, he calls them Chris's custom collectibles, but he does action figures, repositions them, mixed bases, like all kinds of stuff, dude. Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll leave a link in the description down below because no offense to myself, but he's way better at this than I am. So again, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But this, you're just, all the silver pieces, you're essentially just going to do the same thing. You're just going to do the black acrylic wash. Hey, I remembered my glove. Yeah, Now I can actually not worry about it. So now I can really get in there. Yeah, I think if you want it like a dirtier, you can do like you can leave it on longer. As much won't wipe off. The dude I mentioned earlier, CosplayChris, sometimes he uses like liquid shoe polish, which is it's a cool trick to have in your bag, you know. Working on the cylinder. This one I wanted a little bit more dirty, and more weathered, aged. If that. What I'm doing now is I've got Tester's metallic silver. I'm doing something called dry brushing. It's a technique where you get the paint on the brush like so, but then you're going to use this paper and you're just going to try to get off like most of the paint, probably like 98% of the paint off of your brush, and you're just going to use what's left and you're just going to lightly brush it onto like angles, anywhere that would be like weathered through, because you want it to look like it's been through some crap, right? You want it like it's been pulled in and out of a holster, been dropped, been thrown, slid across the ground. And now here's the reveal, guys. The Nerf mod by yours truly. Alright, so there you go, guys, and here it is. The Disruptor Nerf gun, modded, painted, made by me, customized for you. I think it turned out really well. This is only the second time I've ever done this. I made a mistake though. I painted some internal stuff in here that I shouldn't have painted. I'm gonna have to open it back up and redo it, but the trigger doesn't pull now because it's spray paint rubbing on spray paint. So yeah, definitely next time I'm probably just gonna hand paint like these parts and everything. That way I won't have to completely pull the gun apart, and that'll save the internals and me from having to do extra work. Yeah. Oh, and this is the handle I wrapped with that leather you saw in the video on the bottom of the screen. I'm probably gonna go in and do use that black wash and go over the leather just to give it more of a weathered look, like it's been used immensely. But if you can see it, like you can see that really fine detail in there, like inside the trigger guard. Like I did this more because that's where like the finger always is and everything like that. So yeah, man, I think it turned out really well. You can see, like, looks like there's dirt in there from the black wash. I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and that'll let me know if you want to see me make more videos like this. You know, I'll get better as time goes by. I've never really done a video like this before, but yeah, guys, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm trying to put more videos out on a more frequent basis, but it's hard with life. But alright, guys, that's it for me and the Disruptor. And as always, remember, regret weighs far more than failure. So you guys get out there and keep being awesome.